Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's on. I see it.
Are we live?
Yeah, I see. Meeting is now live on Facebook.
We're live. Okay, and then I was gonna maybe I should put some music on for us. So if you're just tuning in, hello everybody. It's me, Val Cripps.
Hey.
With RayAnn Chi, my new Glowup client. We are in the process of getting the Glowup on.
Yes.
Talk to me while I'm putting on some music and tell me what's going on.
Okay. Oh my! And it's only been what, 3 days? I don't even know, and it hasn't fully started yet because we're working on the Glowup, but like it's been so many freaking breakthroughs, like one after the other. And I know this for myself because I've been doing the work. So I know when a shift happens. I know when it's, like when it's for taking. And so thank you for holding the space for me and caring.
Of course.
And you holding that, sending in some of your Valtopia freaking bomb vibes.
Well, what are you experiencing? First of all, and let me make sure this is live. Did you see it on there?
It is.
Yes, we're here. All right, and I'm going to just share this to my page. Hey, Joanne. So first of all, you've been looking. I noticed you a couple of months ago, right? Where did you find me? What happened? Suddenly you were on my feed and you're lighting up my feed with illumination.
I don't know. I honestly have no idea. I just, it just happens. It's crazy because the people, it's like, how did I find you? And it's like, one day I just saw you on Facebook and I'm like, how you ended up on my feed, I don't know. But I was like, oh, dang, love it. And then it was just so much alignment happening where I feel like there's I'm not going to say similarities, but the alignment. Okay, because obviously we're also uniquely different, but we have these gifts that we bring forward. And so I'm like, dang, she's a fucking badass. And I'm like, and I was looking at you like she's like my next alter ego, because I'm like, what she's doing is like what I do, but she's like, you're like the next step, right? So I'm like, let me get some of that.
I love it.
And then you reached out to me and I was like, oh my God. I was like, okay, that was the intention I set out. Okay, got it.
Yeah, because you started to glow up for me. So that's what happens with my clients. It's I do events and sometimes I book clients through really cool workshops that I do. And I am planning a really cool one in 2 weeks. It's going to be so good. A little paid low cost workshop so that I can get to know you. You can get to know me. And I handpick my clients. I have a deep application process and, it's an intimate work. So we want to like each other and we want to also know that our work together is going to be a return on our commitment on both sides so that we're investing our intentions from a deeply powerful place. And so for me, when you guys glow up, it's my honor and privilege to reach out to you and say, hey, you're lighting up for me. What's up? And that's what you were like, oh, really? And I was, what does that mean? And I'm like, well, it's your time. What's up? What's going on? Right? Did that feel weird? You're like,
yeah. And it's crazy because it's doing the same for my clients too, because it's like that, beautiful energetic exchange. And then it's like, when we decide to do it, we invest in ourselves. It flows into our clients as well. And so it's like when I shift, my clients shift with me, and it's just an amazing process,
Yeah, and that's why I call it the glow up, because you start glowing up, your clients start glowing up. And without seeing you or knowing you, it's happening somewhere else. But then all of a sudden you're like, well, hello, where'd you come from? And it's like, oh yeah, I did the work and you're a reflection of my shift.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. And it happens so fast.
Yeah, tell me. So I reached out to you and you were like, yes, I do want to connect, because there was a chance I'd reach out to you and I don't know, but I knew. So then you said, yes, I totally want, I'm watching your videos and what you're speaking is what I would like, and what you're experiencing, you want to go to that next level and you can feel that I'm your guide. I feel your throat chakra. So
I feel it. I feel it.
So we connected and you decided, but then you filled out the application and you answered all the questions that said to me, okay, this is for a call. And I want you guys to know, when you fill out the application, when we get on the call, it says it now in the application, we are investing on the call. We don't get on the call to find out if we want to invest. We do all that legwork beforehand. I mean, I've been sharing about this program for several months now and giving all the details and results. And that should be plenty to know before you get on the call. And the reason I do that is because, as you saw, when you come in my energy, once we're at that point, you've made a decision to shift, and there's kind of like your energy centers start to open up, mine do too. We become connected and things start to happen. So we want to make sure we're getting into that before we get on the phone, right?
Yes.
And so describe that process a little bit so people can understand.
Okay, so like on the call, when we were on the call, okay, so the first call, so we were in there, and then of course, all the time when we want to level up in our lives, like that scary feeling comes in, but you like held it and you're like, nope, you're going to decide. And I was like, oh, and I knew from my heart, like I knew this was the next step. But then it was like, I knew it even more because of the connection and like what I was feeling through my body. I shared it. I was like, oh my God, like I'm it's tingling all over.
And that came after you decided, though, and we worked through the fear.
Yes.
First, you felt a lot of resistance, which I called, right? Because
Yep.
I'm an empath. So I was like,
yes.
Oh, this is happening, this is happening. And you're like, yes, yes. And then we're like, okay, how do we work through that? You worked through it, but on the other side, then you were able to receive the connection of the frequencies, and you were like, oh my God, it feels so tingly.
Yes. I was tingling like all over like my neck and like everywhere. Just like it was like, you know, the orgasms that my husband gives me that I've never experienced until freaking Val hit me with the frequency, and I was like, whoo.
Future orgasm with your man.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, only my husband can do this.
That's amazing.
And that wasn't even like penetration, right? It was just like,
right?
Like, I decided.
That's the thing. I don't think everybody realizes that when we open up our energy centers and ground deeply into the earth and open our heart fully and trust and connect into our cosmic energy, it does feel like the best sex, because the best sex is your connection to your highest self and God and all that is. And that's what we're doing in the Valtopia session.
Yes.
We're connecting into the all that is. I'm a channel. We're opening each other up and going,
yes.
Oh. And so once you feel that, now have you been able to get back into that sensation by yourself?
Yes.
Okay, see,
definitely.
It's an activation. So you've only invested, like you're still in the process of creating the down payment by today. And there is a tight deadline when you begin this process. Not because I want to fuck with you, but because I want to fuck with you. Like, it's time to get straight and get aligned and make the decision and feel yourself rally and know that about yourself. And I don't think a lot of people understand how powerful that is, to have someone stand next to you and say, I see you as fully capable. I see that you deserve and want this thing. Now let's have it. Let's have it. And there's a lot of
and it started happening.
That comes up, right? Like, why?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. That came up for me. And then we shifted that. And then like all this like stuff started coming up. And then it was like deep things that just started to like really come up. And I worked through some deep stuff, but this is like, I know that this is like going through that fog that you always talk about. It's working past that. So that we don't go back to it. So it's really going through that. And it's like, I feel like my inner child is like, she's coming out, like ain't no shame in her game. And she is full coming out. And that's exactly what I've been tapping into her way more, because I know who she is. And I know that that's how she got what she wanted.
Yeah. And
there was no shame.
Right. And if we don't align and integrate our inner child, our own authority, you know, our man, our woman, and our baby, and have a beautiful cohesive unity about our own choices and beingness, we experience the split that is us trying to manifest and doing a bunch of shit with no results and feeling shame and guilt and unfulfilled because we do know what we want. Why aren't we experiencing it? Well, we aren't experiencing it because why? What would you say you've learned in the last few days? And tell us what happened on the other side of your energetic shifts, because you can clear energy till the cows come home. But let's talk about energy where you shift and decide and know yourself and then receive cash and infusions on the other side. What does that look and feel like?
So what that feels like is in the beginning, yes, you could do the clearing and all that. Yes, that's right. And then you step back and then you're fearful and then you don't go in and then your resources are cut off. The last few days, like what, 2 days, 3, I don't know, 2 days, the fear goes away because you push past it and then resources open up and then you're more open to the resources and you're like, oh shit, I could do this and I could do that and I could do this and then you decide that you're going to do it regardless of all the freaking crazy talk that happens in the background, like, oh, what if this happens and what if that happens? Like, yeah, shut up, I'm going to go do it anyway because this is what I want and I'm going to go after what I want, point period blank.
Well, can you talk about like the push through? Because I think most people don't understand, like, why do you need me to help you push through? And would you have made it through to that without the energetic support? I really don't think people understand how deeply powerful that subconscious hold and fog colors your ability to decide and make decisions and choose what you really know you want, yes, right?
And that's where I was going to get to, is that you help me push past that deep feeling and it opens it up. Like just right now, we worked through something and it just, I'm like, I already know how to do it. It opened up and it's like this full confidence and full trust. And this is what I've been sharing in my group because it's like, oh, this is what full trust feels like. I thought I trusted myself, but then when the fear came, I pushed the brakes and I was like, that's not full trust. You are showing me what full fucking trust looks like and feels like. Okay,
that's it right there. And that's when I talk about meeting your future self and embodying, that's what I'm talking about. It's you're already there. When we say everything you have is inside of you, this is what we mean. There are layers of confusion and guilt and shame and stuff, and those seem like the real deal, and all you can see is that. So when you say I'm helping you to push through, is it just me standing next to you saying, go on then, go do it? No, what is it? What's the difference? That's what people need to know.
It's the energy, your own frequency. It's your freaking powerful frequency that blasts through and it's like, whoa. And you working on that connectedness together.
Mind, like letting your mind understand what's happening. Because I could sit there all day and clear your shit and you would feel better. But until you integrate the inner child, your mother, your father, your being on, and get everybody on board with the shift that's occurred, you're very likely to not recreate. You'll never recreate what you had, because that you can feel like, don't you go to feel into that thing and you're like, it's gone.
Yeah.
And we haven't even done our clearings yet.
It's crazy. Like when you say timelines,
collapsing timelines.
Yeah, you was not joking around.
No. Right?
No.
We're collapsing timelines because of exactly what you talked about. You're a healer. You're incredible. All my clients are super gifted. Yes. And you feel that you're love and light and that you do trust and that you do trust yourself. And you don't even know that you're experiencing a limit to access of your own trust. How can someone know this? Like how can they understand the concept? And so the collapsing timelines is that. It's like, instead of experiencing this deep desire and then lack of fulfillment because unknowingly you're bumping up against your own limit, your energy opens up, there's a clarity, you see the limit, you move past it, and now you're doing the thing. Whereas before you would have just been it
would have happened slower. Like I would not have been able to, because I know my potential. I know my true potential. But there's that layer of shit that gets in the way that, you assist me with, where we make that shift and it's like, okay, let's work through it. like right now.
Right
And
now.
then, and it's like so powerful because I can't even put into words, because it's like, you know, it's like when you have this awareness, you just know when things are happening quick, and it's like, it's happening so rapid.
Yeah.
It's happening so freaking rapid. I'm like, what?
Yes, and that could be dangerous and scary for people, like people watching that are experienced in quantum shifting might say, oh, well, that sounds alarming, but it's not. Because why? Because I'm deeply devoted with you to this, and it's an immersive experience. I only take on very few of you at a time, and I'm with you. So when you lose your shit and freak the fuck out, I'm like, yay, what's coming up? What do we have here for
Yes.
And so it's just like boom, boom, boom.
And it's quick. Yep. We work through it so fast, and it's like, okay, let's go. And I honestly feel like, you know, the person that does, it's like they know, like the person watching, you know, your gifts, you know what you want, you know what you freaking are capable of doing.
Yeah.
Have someone help you out. And for me, this was always like something that I was like, I'm going to do it myself. Right. Like,
right.
Because most of the time, like leaders, they don't want to ask for help.
Right. Exactly. And I am working with leaders. Here's why. I'm working with highly sensitive, highly aware, perfectionistic, people-pleasing, former good girl, now badass, Phoenix rising, Shamama queen.
Yes.
Divas.
Yes.
And you're already there.
Yeah.
And now we just have that like the glow up, this 90-minute session that we have is going to really release a lot of attachments you still have that you don't know, clear and open up this whole passageway, and activate your DNA and regenerate it to where, you know, like my current client, it's a different, like from a few weeks ago, it's like we're having a different experience.
Yes.
So, we have some. Sandra says we think we should know how to do it ourselves. Exactly. Like there's a lot of shame and bad habits around money and belief systems and mindset and all of it. We beat ourselves up, especially us, especially you guys who come to me. You're hardworking, high achievers, and you've had to do it yourself.
Yeah.
And you've done a great job, but it nearly killed you, or it really hurt your body, or it's made you sick, or it's cost you love or money, not both, whatever.
Or plateaued.
Right?
And so freak the fuck out. And then you're like, and then I'm like on the couch feeling all this stuff where I'm like, how am I going to serve my people when I'm feeling this way? And so this is like the gift. I invest in myself and then give back even more, because I'm even more optimized, because we're clearing shit, honey. We're moving past collapsing timelines.
Yeah, I love it. I'm optimized.
And freaking,
right? Optimized.
Yes.
Beautiful way.
Yes.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell people before you share what you're offering right now, because people are going to see you and be like, well, I want to get in on the glow up. And of course, there's one spot left, you guys, for the glow up. And I have been looking at several applications yesterday and today. It's a 5K paid in full. You have to have 3K to get started. It's a 6-week experience to teach you and your body and your mind how to get down and good and all about cash, infusions, and life improvements. You that are going through this experience have a story of sabotaging your own success. And you know why? Because you're powerful as fuck and you know it, and you're scared to unleash the beast. It's not you're a queen, and we're going to stream and radiate our magic potential and power fully and beautifully in peace and bliss and prosperity. We're making money from what we do. We're not having bad boundaries. We're opening up our standards. We're shifting and looking at all of our expectations in our relationships and having different intentions and experiencing completely different timelines.
I minimize my light so much.
And so since you invested the amount that you did finally, you know, you shifted and you asked and you received things that you before were just sitting there going, oh, I couldn't possibly do that. And then you're like, oh,
yes.
Like, and clients suddenly paid in full, or
and I'm getting, you know, I'm getting the reviews, freaking dream, like, oh, this morning this person that I follow was like, oh, I had a dream about you, you were on TV, keep shining your light. And I was like, oh.
Really? You didn't tell me that. I love it. And you're getting unsolicited like testimonials and stuff?
Yes. The
That's what
next
I was
morning, I got this really long post, like, thank you so much. Da, 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 da. And it's been great. It's been great because I feel so good serving my clients that much more because of the optimization, because I thought I was like doing a good job. Right. And then I was like, no, I know. Like, I set the intention. I told you this. I set the intention a couple months ago. I was like, I think it's this time to get someone like a coach to help me out. But this time it's going to be the one that is so aligned with me. And here we are.
I love it. All right. You've explained stuff so beautifully. If the last question, if someone's like, knowing that this is for them and they have streams of income, like you have a business, you have clients, you have things open. It's not like, I'm not teaching you to start your business right now. That I would do that at some point, but that's not what we're doing at this point in my business and service. And so if someone has the business open and they're sort of having like an income lag, or they don't have the sparkle they quite, like, where were you when you felt like you needed to step up? Like, what would you describe, and what would you say to them if they're like, well, I don't want to spend am I really going to get, like, is that possible? Like, tell them what you want to say, and then tell us what you're offering.
For me, it was the boundary. It's the boundary and the people pleasing and minimizing. So when you minimize your time and you minimize your energy, you're going on a low ballpark when you know you can go a little bit higher, much higher than what you're charging right now. And because you have these natural gifts, you have these beautiful gifts that you offer, and you see the results, and you know what you're giving your clients on an energetic level. Yeah. And that was for me. So I was like, nope, we're setting the boundaries, and this is where it is, and this is what it's going to be, and not feel any shame or guilt about it like before, because I know what I'm putting out, and that's the end of the story.
Right. You see yourself and your clients much more capable now that you feel that within you.
Yes.
Yeah, now you're ready. You're like, ooh, let's get to work. We got work to do because this shit works.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Yeah. There's just that more, like, I'm thinking I'm like real confident there. Now it's like a extra boost, like the glow up, later 6 weeks, like the glow up is real, honey.
Yeah. Well, what are you offering for your people right now to help them glow up?
So for my clients, I do 12 weeks, and it's an online program, and we do it's a group coaching call weekly. And then I do a bi-weekly healing clearing session, and we go by a somatic approach. And so we go with mindset and boundaries, and see, I have to do this work more so that I can show my clients even more. And we go with the subconscious, and then a lot of it is shadow work, inner child integration. Yeah. And I've been seeing that more and more they're coming out and like really tapping into their gifts, because this is something that's dormant. Yeah. And this is what I do, is activate that piece and get it out of you. And then it's like this leg of journey. And then the next leg is going to be like, yeah, go to Valtopia.
Well, you're going to get activated with the Valtopia stream. That's what happens. So I'm just so excited to see, because that's why I want to activate leaders, because I go ding, and then you guys go ding, and then it goes, and it just ripples out right away.
Yes, exactly.
So, well, you're going to put your link in the comments. What kind of client, could you describe what they're going through, like why they need you right now?
So my clients right now, they're either, so they a lot of it is shadow work. So they're either tapped into shadow work and they've dived in, and then now they're feeling depressed. They're feeling like they can't move forward. They're feeling so triggered, like, I don't know what to do with myself, because now all these shadows came at me and I don't know how to face them. Now I'm feeling like, and
right, so they need guidance to get through it. Yeah,
I help them. I guide them to work through their shadows so that they can integrate their shadows, so that they can be the freaking badass person that they are.
Right.
Because there's power in that darkness, baby. Yes, there is.
All of us needs to come to the table in a cohesive way. And this work is so powerful. And I think so many people don't fully know, like you didn't know the extent of the depth we have that we can bring to the table that just makes everything so much easier. So yes. That's what we're talking about. A lot of times when we're healers and everything, our results seem intangible, and we're not quite sure how to ask. You know, we all have these like wounds that we carry from our DNA and our programming. So this is what the work that we're doing. We're releasing all those programs and plugging into the truth of our gift and awareness, and that we do get to enjoy life, and that life is a beautiful experience as we connect into the love of it. So
yeah,
I love
so
it.
I'm working with superstars, okay? Yeah. Superstars who want to activate and own their own super soul star power. So I'll leave my link. Like, consider me like the underworld, you know, goddess that goes down and like illuminates it and like helps you and assists you with bringing that up. So
yeah, and you, as you see, like that, our gift as priestesses and shamans, and to bring up the darkness without even like, it just happens. It's our gift. And it's hard to understand that gift, isn't it? Because in life, before you find out, you're like, why everybody running away from me? And it's like, oh yeah, I'm totally triggering the fuck out of everybody.
Yeah, that's how I feel. And I say this in my community. I'm like, I might be the one triggering you. Yeah, I might, because I do that a lot. I trigger so many people, and it's funny because it's in my chart. Yeah. It says you trigger people, and
we're here to stir the energy up and keep it moving, and that's perfectly fine. Some people are here to bring peace and settle things down, and some of us are here to like stir it up. So let's light it up. If you're stagnancy and you would love to connect with RayAnn, she's going to put her comments, and if you would like the last spot for the glow up, you need to dash over to Valtopia.com and fill out the application. I will read it, and we will, tomorrow's Friday, so if you submit the application and everything clears, we could start tomorrow. If not, we'll start Monday because I got my kids this weekend, and we'll just keep sharing what happens with RayAnn and her glow up and my other clients.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait, and we'll keep sharing.
It's happening. It's already begun. Like it's here.
It totally is. All right. Well, I'll see you in Messenger, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Own your frequency. There's nobody like you. Bye.
Yay. Bye.